At Halloween this year, I went on one of the excellent ghost walks in Wells run by the Wells Walking Tours, and was interested to find that most of the hauntings seem to be on one or the other of the Leys radiating from a centre in Wells Cathedral. These are described in the video The Leys of Wells Cathedral on this channel. There is an east-west equinoctial ley running along the nave from the north tower. This goes through a multi-junction at Wookey Church, the Cathedral Ley Centre, and across the green to the room above the gate at the ancient Gatehouse Hotel. From here it goes to touch the edge of the circular earthwork at Beacon Hill, Shepton Mallet, and on to Cradle Hill, Warminster, where there was UFO activity in the 1960s. It goes through what appears to be a buried stone circle on Cathedral Green, indicated by a geophysical survey. A geophysics resistivity scan was done on the Cathedral Green in 2014. Ground resistance is higher where there are stones, giving a lighter tone, and lower where there is deep soil. Several archaeologists had suggested that there may be a Roman road crossing the green, and the geophysics revealed a lighter linear feature pointing to the North Tower and aligning with St Andrew's Street and St Thomas's Street. In other words, aligned with the St Cuthbert's Ley. The road dowses at 6 paces and the ley 10. In addition to this, there is a circular feature on the plan, composed of spots of high resistivity stones. Could it be a buried stone circle on the Cathedral Green? It is one of 3 leys, all quite wide at 20 paces, and which meet at a centre under the pulpit and the choir. There are also 2 leys running diagonally across the cathedral, forming a St Andrew's cross. One comes northwest through Warminster Slight, a chapel at Dulcote, the Bishop's Palace, adjacent to the chapter house, to the cathedral centre. Then it goes through the entrance to Wookey Hole Cave, 6 tumuli on the Mendips, and Shipham Church. The other goes through St Thomas's Church, along St Thomas's Street, to the cathedral centre. Hay Hill, the original site of Shapwick Church, Swain's Jumps, a line of stones on the Polden Ridge, Moorlinch Church, and North Newton Church. Another ley runs along Vicar's Close, the oldest inhabited street in Europe, to the cathedral centre. This goes through North Wootton Church, the cathedral centre, Vicar's Close and Chapel, a tumulus at Priddy, and along Eastwater Lane, which may be the Lord's Path, associated with the legend of Jesus coming here when young. See the video Jesus and Uxella on this channel. We started the tour at the Crown Inn, reputed to be the most haunted place in Wells. In the Paranormal 5 programme on ITV, there have been mysterious pyramids of black barley seeds appearing, an old lady with a bag entering the door, going up the stairs and then being nowhere to be found, and a psychic on the programme seemed to reveal a murder here, and a businessman had a duvet continually pulled off his bed. The Crown is on the St Cuthbert's Ley. Next was the Bishop's Palace, where a little girl is sometimes seen in a corner of the Undercroft. The palace is on the Warminster Slight Ley. Coming to the cathedral, which is of course the ley centre, we were told that the choir singing had been heard at a time when no one was in the building, and that the most haunted part was the chapter house steps, where ghostly figures had been photographed. The famous worn steps to the chapter house. There is a statue of a woman with a dragon on these steps, which is probably St Margaret of Antioch, one of the saints with a dragon-killing legend. There is a legend here of a dragon killed by Bishop Jocelyn in the 13th century. The primary schools in the area produced a mosaic about the story in 2001, which is near the moat of the Bishop's Palace, very close to where the ley crosses. North Tower of the Cathedral, and the North Porch, where there are some very unusual sculptures of dragons, which have dragons' bodies but human heads. The ledges all issue from the creatures' mouths, like green man fronds. The dragons bear a distinct resemblance to those on the front cover of The Spine of Albion by Gary Biltcliffe and Carolyn Hoare, representing energy currents. Various dates from 1174 to 1230 have been assigned to the porch. This is the time of Bishop Jocelyn, a local man and also one of the bishops with King John at Runnymede when he sealed the Magna Carta. The cathedral's spectacular west front was built in his time. His crozier, depicting St. Michael spearing a dragon, is on display in the cathedral library. A note added to Higden's Polychronicon describes the legend that he killed a dragon in his park near Wells. Four-legged, winged, and with a face like a man's, it was said to have been deadly, but Jocelyn, dismissing his followers, attacked it single-handed and cut off its head. This version of Polychronicon is now in Eton College Library. In the old deanery, also on the Warminster Slight Line, Dean Walter Raleigh, nephew of the famous one, was a royalist held under house arrest here and was killed by his guard. His groaning has sometimes been heard. The room above the gate at the ancient gatehouse has an unwelcoming atmosphere, and there has even been said to be been a case where suitcases have been repacked. It's on the east-west lay through the cathedral green and the possible buried stone circle. The Forever England shop on the St. Cuthbert's lay was once an inn and has had poltergeist activity. The guardhouse in Guardhouse Lane was once a place where prisoners of war were kept. Soldiers have been seen marching down the lane. This is the only site not on one of the lays.